whenever we see headlines where it talks about Elon Musk visits the VA targeting veterans, it's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and read this. And what is the real story here? And so what I'm going to do, Jason, is actually show a paragraph. This is from military.com. Elon Musk aide is now working at VA and accessing its computer systems. That seems pretty alarming. And then what I'm going to do is read this one paragraph, because this paragraph is pretty much all you need to know. All right. It says, but in response to questions from military.com over Doge activities at the VA, a VA spokesman said the department has a single Doge employee who is, and I quote, specifically focused on identifying wasteful contracts, improving VA operations, and strengthening management of department's IT projects. That's it. It has nothing to do with disability, none of that. And so is myself and Jason and probably others in the veteran sphere going to keep an eye on this? Absolutely. And I'm telling you right now, the second where Doge, I'm going to say that very generally here, the second that Doge stops looking at VA and they cross the line into like individual veterans and our benefits, trust me, we're going to talk about that too, right? But that's not the case. Everyone is commenting and making it seem like it's the case, but it's really looking at fraud, waste, and abuse, which is a very overgeneralization of what's going on, right? Like how many contracts is the VA spending money on that are pointless? You know, last week I talked about unwarranted CMP exams, which really gets me going because that makes me the most mad ever. Every single DBQ that's completed costs money. So even if you already had a private one completed, even if you already had a CMP exam with the DBQ completed, how many times are veterans scheduled for 2, 3, 4 CMP exams that request DBQs and medical opinions? It's a lot. And every single one of those costs money. So you're looking at contracts and it's like, well, where is the money going? Is the VA efficient? And that's really the main question I would pose to veterans is, do you think the VA is efficient? And take take Doge away, take Trump away, take the Biden administration away. Look at the question. Is the VA efficient? I'm going to say no personally. Jason, those are my initial thoughts. I'm going to pass it to you.
You know what? I'm absolutely on the same page. And in fact, I'm going to read the next paragraph of that same article because it does kind of double down a little bit. And then I'm going to go into something here. So the next paragraph is the Doge employee, again, right? The Doge employee will be solely focused on improving VA performance and efficiency and will not have access to veterans or VA beneficiaries' data, the VA press secretary said in an email. Okay, great. So now, and I'm sure you're going to get this, depending on where you fall kind of on the, I don't know, maybe the tech scale, we'll say, as far as just awareness. I'm sure, Clay, you've heard of Lean Six Sigma. It's been around for a while, and it's all about efficiency, right? And so that is definitely something that's in the wheelhouse, I would think, of Doge and Doge employees, is that type of mindset of the Lean Six Sigma, the black belts, all that type of stuff on how to figure out, a more efficient way. And I love that you said, hey, is the VA efficient? Take everything else away. And I would say that if I were to be looking into the VA, one of the things I would look at is, okay, well, how many claims have to get reworked and then end up showing that the VA was wrong, right? So a lot of rework, a lot of spinning wheels, a lot of government dollars just churning and churning. So, okay, well, how many original claims ended up getting an HLR and ended up getting overturned? Well, there's a training issue. You need to train your people better because the HLR overturned it with the same exact information. Great. Okay, well, how many claims got overturned with a supplemental claim? Okay, well, that means that the veteran provided additional information. That's maybe a user error there. They need to be educated up front on exactly what needs to be supplied. And if we can kind of bridge that gap a little better, then maybe we can help overcome some of that rework. Okay, well, now how many claims got sent to the BVA and then got overturned from the VA's decision standpoint, right? All of these things have to be looked at. And I think that there's going to be some, obviously, training issues. Look, there is a lot of information and a lot of nuance and a lot of let's take the easy road. And quite frankly, the VA has set it up for the employees to go, okay, look, I don't have time to figure this out. I'm just going to say this, say that, deny it, or send it in for a CMP that doesn't really need to happen because I'm moving this claim along. And that's what I'm rated on. I'm rated on how fast and how many claims I can get through in a given day. So that is not conducive of an environment for efficiency, right?
Mhm.
Because all you're doing is you're kicking the can down the road to just get it back again and then figure it out. So I think that there is going to be a lot of looking into the process, and again through the lens of the whole Lean Six Sigma type of, whether it is that or not, but through that type of a lens. I'd love to get your thoughts on that, Clay.